Is it possible for me to fix my sleep schedule in just 7 days? About 10 days ago, I was sleeping like complete shit. And when I say shit, I mean actual shit. Like I was waking up multiple times in the middle of the night. It took me upwards of like 30 minutes to fall asleep. I was waking up groggy, all that jazz. And this had a really bad impact on both like my self-improvement, like my productivity, just like my morning in general, right? So it was bad. So I decided to give myself 7 nights to fix my sleep schedule as much as possible. This video is just a documentary slash vlog of those 7 days where I tried to improve my sleep. I'll be sharing some like tips, some tricks, my goals for every day, and how every sleep turned out. So just 2 quick disclaimers before we move on. The first one is that if you're watching this video for any sort of entertainment value, I would hop the fuck off right now. This video is quite boring. I have an undisclosed tendency to yap, so you've been warned. To compensate, however, I'm going to be giving you a short boost of dopamine with highly dopaminergic clips. So epilepsy warning in 3, 2, 1. The second disclaimer is that if you're a very practical person and you're watching this video because you intended to see some practical tips on how to sleep better, this video is not the best, but at the end, I do have a section of everything that I have learned, so you can skip to the end if you'd like. But the main objective of day 1 is just gonna be go to bed on time, get the simplistics, don't procrastinate my night routine. And once we have that unlocked from today, we can start to experiment with a bit more crazy shit, like maybe some dumbass like sleep fucking... Okay, so I just finished showering. We're going to go make my schedule now. Okay, so while that dumbass is making a schedule, let's talk about how the day system is going to work. So normally in a challenge video, every single day corresponds to the actual day, okay? So let's say day 1 would be Monday, and day 2 would be Tuesday, because this makes fucking sense, right? Like, obviously, this makes fucking sense. This is obviously how it should do. But this is a video about sleep. And I thought it'd be really weird to separate night and the morning into 2 separate days when they're interconnected, right? My morning update is all about how I just slept last night. So the morning and the night are interconnected. So I call them days, but what I really should have called them is like sleep cycles, like sleep cycle 1, but I call them days, so we're just gonna have to stick with it because I'm not that smart. This is my first vlog video, okay? So just know that when I say day 1, I really mean like sleep cycle 1, and that includes the night and the morning when I wake up. It includes both things, okay? Okay guys, I got 15 minutes left. Next on the chopping block is to brush my teeth, but then after that, we're gonna gratitude journal, which is, obviously a lot more interesting than brushing my freaking teeth, so... Okay, and gratitude journaling, that's for your day. You feeling, man. When you gratitude journal, you like maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just delusional, maybe it's placebo, but like I feel like I feel just happier right now. Okay, so it's 9:08 right now. I have 2 more minutes until I'm supposed to get on my bed. I just want to show you guys, this is the humidifier. Obviously, it makes the room more humid, so I can, I'm not as dry. Problem with that is it makes it very hot. So I left the window open so I can get some cool air as well. And because it was so ridiculously hot last night that I had to take off literally all my clothes, I'm gonna start going to sleep with my shirt off today. But yeah, that's the first day. I managed to make it bed on time, so that's good. I'll count today as a success.
Okay, I just woke up. I stayed in a few extra minutes in bed, as you do. Hopefully by the end of the week, I'll be like super spry and chipper. Obviously, you can't expect to fix your sleep schedule in one day. Can't expect it to be perfect in one day, so.
I have a little bit of bed here, but I got my lenses and my retainer out. The first thing I do in the morning, as it pertains to my sleep, is actually do a cold shower. And this is because I took way too long explaining how cold showers work, but basically the reason that I cold shower in the morning is to time my circadian rhythm. And the best way to do this is to actually view sunlight in the morning. And if you're curious, you want any more details, this is all from Andrew Huberman. I'll probably have it linked in the description. But just you want to spike, you want to do something to sort of wake yourself up and sort of time your circadian rhythm. And the cold shower is a good way to do that because obviously it's cold, it's going to wake you up. It's going to give you a little bit of stress, which is good in this case, which is going to time your circadian rhythm. The best way to do this is to view sunlight in the morning, but since I wake up at 5:30 and I live in fucking Canada, that is not a possibility. Okay, so just basically finish up my morning shit. I'm just going to give you my thoughts. So today, I slept about standard. The good thing is I didn't wake up any times in the middle of the night. So that's a big improvement. But the time it took me to fall asleep was not good. The time it took me to fall asleep was like, if I had to guess, like 30 minutes plus. So that is still a bit too long. But of course, it's just the first day. And obviously you can't expect for your sleep schedule to magically change. But I did do my night routine yesterday, which meant that I did do all the good habits and I set today up very perfectly. Right now, I think it's time to think of some goals for tomorrow or today night. Dude, it's so confusing. Let's think about some things we want to do. I'm still going to do the same night routine, but yesterday I didn't do any wind down activities in the night. So I went straight from like eating a bunch of food and being active straight to my night routine and going to bed. So some of the major changes I'll be doing today, like I'll try my best to turn off the lights, make it a little darker, but realistically, I don't think there's anything we can do there. The second thing I want to try is doing some proper wind down activity. So basically extending my night routine to include like 30 minutes of reading as a wind down activity. And then when I go to sleep, I want to try some sort of breathing method. I don't know which one yet. Maybe I'll do a bit of research. I'm thinking of just doing the standard like box breathing where you breathe in for 4 seconds, you go, and you hold for 4 seconds. And then you exhale for 4 seconds, you go, and you hold for 4 seconds. Then you're just trying that until I go to sleep. Maybe I'll try some other breathing techniques, whatever. So hopefully we don't do these things and we get to bed at 9:10 today as well. And then we'll be chilling. We'll be being chilling. It's time to start the night routine. It's 8:30 p.m. I forgot to mention this earlier, but one of the other things I'll be implementing is actually reading before I go to sleep. Where's my book? Fuck, it's out of range. But yeah, I just read for 30 minutes. I feel more calm and serene and relaxed now. And hopefully that can also help me fall asleep quicker. Okay guys, so it's day 2, time to go to sleep. As you can see, I got a new haircut today, which I actually really like. I think the barber just keeps on blessing me up. So yesterday, we finished the goal of just simply getting to bed on time. Today, we're gonna add on that. We still have the goal of getting to bed on time, but the second goal today is to actually fall asleep quickly. Now, yesterday night, I did not fall asleep that quickly, obviously because it's, it's the first day of the challenge, first day I'm making any changes, so obviously, shit's gonna get fucked. But I think the secondary main reason is that I had no temperature management. So today's goal is to manage my temperature very well. Because yesterday, I thought it would be really hot, and it was really hot, but I did not understand the extent of the heat inside of that room. And the way we're gonna do this is through a few things. We're gonna leave my windows open before I go to sleep, because if I leave them open while I'm going to sleep, the temperature becomes very unpredictable. The humidifier doesn't work because there's a flow of new air. It's very dry. So that's no bueno. And we know today to go into bed being butt booty naked so that it's not too hot. Okay, so it's perfectly 9:10. I timed it perfectly. My room is very chilly right now because I gotta stop covering this shit with my hand. My room is very chilly right now because I left my window open. Humidifier is going on. If I ever look like I'm squinting in these like when I talk in the nighttime, it's because I got my CRT lenses in. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, those make me want to close my eyes a lot. I'm feeling more relaxed than yesterday. I think because I did some reading, but that could be placebo. But I'm gonna go to sleep now, and then I'll get back to you guys in the morning about how the breathing techniques work and shit. Capiche? So today was a wild success. I fell asleep way quicker. If I had to guess, maybe 15-20 minutes, but I don't really know. But like evidently way faster. I had no temperature problems the whole night. Obviously that's variable. Maybe it was just a cooler day, but I don't think it was. It was like the same temperature as yesterday. So that's very good. And I woke up a lot better as well. Normally I wake up like 10 to 20 minutes before my alarm. It's a little annoying. Today I woke up like 3 minutes before my alarm. So, which is like perfect timing. So today was really fucking awesome. We accomplished both goals. Actually, I have my snake here. We accomplished both goals. That being, first of all, the obvious one, I got to my night routine on time. Everything was perfect. Everything was perfectly on time. Second one was I fell asleep way faster and my sleep quality is way better. Right now, I feel way more energetic than I did yesterday. I feel less groggy. I woke up way better. And so I had a better morning routine. Just everything was nicer. Now we plan to continue this tonight, but there is a caveat. This is New Year's. And on New Year's, you stay up until 12 and you watch the New Year's. And that is what I'm going to be doing with my friends. And so there's a little wrench in the problem. There's a little thorn in my ass here. But that's okay. And I feel like this is going to be an excellent opportunity for me to sort of practice getting to bed on time and following my schedule, even if I'm completely off schedule. It's like 1 a.m. by the time I get back. And when I get back, we're going to do the exact same night routine. We're not going to skip anything, and we're going to try and go to sleep as quick as possible and try and adjust and recuperate, because this is something that a very important skill that I think I don't have yet, and we're going to try and practice that today. So this is an excellent opportunity. Hey guys, sorry you have to see the freaking my nutsack just like flying into your face, but so the goal for today, when I get home from my party, I will have 40 minutes to do my night routine. I am not allowed to procrastinate it, and this is just practice for me so that if anything ever goes wrong with my night routine in the future, I know that I will be able to handle it. I will be able to adjust and recuperate my losses. I just finished a party. My ball is just dangling straight into my fucking face. And by the time I get home, it's gonna be roughly around 12:30, right? 12:30, I will have 40 minutes to fall asleep. So it will be 1:10 by the time I fall asleep. I will ideally fall asleep. So not get to bed, fall asleep by 1:30, and then I will wake up at 9:30, giving me 8 hours of sleep. So this is my adjusted and recuperated schedule for tonight, and we're gonna see if I can stick to it. Okay, so I had no time to film any B-roll whatsoever, so you guys are just gonna have to trust me when I say that it is 1:10 a.m. I am perfectly on time, which is freaking awesome. We accomplished a goal, so that's freaking awesome, and hopefully we wake up tomorrow and we accomplish that goal as well, which is just to follow my night routine well, despite the fact that, you know, we're gonna be waking up at 9:30 instead of 5:30 a.m. Party was super fun. I love my friends. Anyways, see you guys. Okay, so what's up, guys? I just woke up. It's 9:20 right now, so I got basically my full 8 hours of sleep. And my report, I fell asleep fairly quickly. I would say within like 10-15 minutes, if I had to say. And I slept very well. I didn't wake up anytime in the middle of the night. I feel pretty rested right now. I don't feel as like energetic as I think I should be. I think I don't think I woke up groggy. I just woke up and I feel like heavy. You know what I mean? That might just be because yesterday I had a really long day. Like I had my shift at work was crazy because right. Yeah, you can see I just yawned. But other than that, pretty good. And I'm very happy that for the first time, I was really off my night routine, but I still managed to get everything done. I actually got everything early. It only took me like 30 minutes, which is pretty cool. So I'd say yesterday, mission accomplished, goal accomplished. We did it today. And then today, we're getting back on track with the normal night routine. And I'll get back to you guys once I like cold shower and shit. You know, I recorded this segment. I set up my whole ass like studio, and then I realized that I basically said everything I want to say earlier. So now I feel really stupid. I guess we can talk a little future. So today, I think I'm not centered. I think the plan is just to keep doing what I'm doing right now, and then slowly, like let my body and my brain get used to falling asleep at that time, so I'll fall asleep faster and faster. I think that's the goal for today, is just to keep up what I've been doing before. I think it's been working. I'm gonna do some more research the other day though about like sleep techniques and shit, and see if there's anything else I could possibly try. Update you guys in the nighttime. No, I kind of realized this the first day in, but I actually have no. You guys have. Ooh, wow. I have no way of fact checking. No. You guys, not me. Why would I have? You guys have no way of fact checking if anything I'm doing is actually legit because I don't have an alarm clock in my room and haven't been showing it. But you guys should trust me. I think, I haven't lied to you yet. So, it's about time to go to sleep. I still have 10 minutes left in the night routine. I would have recorded this segment before, but my work actually ended very, very late. Well, not very, very late, but kind of late. And I get 30 minutes of eating buffer time, which brought me right to my night routine. So, yeah, I had to start it, and I couldn't really get a chance to record, which is why I'm just squeezing shit right now. I'm wearing this because I have oil in my hair, because I want my hair to grow nice and strong and thick and sexy. But, yeah, we're on track for 9:10 today as well. So, we'll see if we can recuperate, like, the sleep regularity from the apparent hiccup yesterday. Okay, I just woke up with some bad news, and I'll get to you guys when I finish cold showering. Okay, so update. I'm wearing my fancy snazzy trench coat. My hair is still fucked, but whatever. If you're curious, I'm wearing this trench coat because I'm gonna go out to eat in like approximately 2 minutes. I have everyone waiting outside for me, but I need to give my morning update. So last night was shit, and it was shit because of shit. Now let me explain that. Now hold on. Let me put you on game. Okay. Yesterday I was doing my night routine. It was like 9:07. It was perfect. But then all of a sudden I had the urge to take a shit. And so I took a shit. And as you know, when you're taking a shit, it's very hard to like stop because there's like more shit inside of you. This is very vulgar, by the way. You totally feel free to skip this, bro. But yeah, and basically I ended up shitting for like 30 minutes and then delaying my night routine. Now there's a problem that I've actually like, it made me realize that this is a problem that I've encountered lots of times. Almost every single time I try and go to sleep on time, like once every 5 times, it's like I get the urge to shit and then I end up not going to bed on time. So this is actually a big problem. It sounds so stupid, but this is actually a big problem that I need to learn how to solve. So a few options, right? First option is no matter how big the urge to shit is, just don't take a shit. The second one is to schedule in a shit like an hour before, like force myself like an hour before I'm supposed to go to sleep or something. So that way I have time to like shit. And that way, like I know that this won't be a possibility. But that sounds so dumb, dude. Like imagine scheduling time to shit in your calendar. Like that's just like I would look at my calendar with embarrassment because there'd be like a 15-minute segment that just says like shit time. Like and it's just I don't know. Like but that is something I can consider as well. The thing with the first one though is that like what actually happened today was like I took the 30-minute shit, right? And despite that, I still woke up because I fell asleep quickly and everything. It was still nice, right? But I woke up about like 30 minutes later with the urge to shit again. And once I did that and I went back, I just couldn't fall back asleep. So I got really shit sleep last night because of shitting, which is something I need to solve, which is something I will make goals to implement today. But like other than that, the night routine was supposed to be perfect. Like if I didn't take a shit, I would have gone to bed by 9:10. So I'll count that as a win. I still fell asleep pretty quickly 30 minutes after. So because I did like box breathing, I did the meditation what I was supposed to. So I'll still count that as a win. But like we have this unexpected hiccup, right? So this is something I need to solve. Maybe like today night, I will like schedule in a fucking time to shit like 30 minutes before I start my night routine or some dumb stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat now. See you. I started editing the first parts of the video and I realized that I really need to keep this microphone in one spot, otherwise it sounds really bad. Shortly after I said that, the audio cut out. So I'm just gonna be doing a voiceover. So night of day 5, we shit earlier, so we made sure there wasn't gonna be any shitting issues. And the main goal for today is just to get back on track since we had 2 straight days where we were completely off our night routine. We had New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and then we had like the shitting problems, right? So the goal for this day was to sort of just get back on track, follow my night routine, and go to bed on time. So I'm about to go to sleep right on time, and we're gonna see if today I can fall asleep quicker and it's not gonna take me like 3 hours because I have to shit. Update in the morning. Hey guys, okay, so I just woke up. You know, fuck this shit. I'm gonna give you guys an update later. So this is the morning of day 5. Last night I slept pretty well. Actually, you know, I fell asleep quickly. There were no complaints. I fell asleep quickly. I didn't wake up a single time in the middle of the night, and I woke up pretty well. I still woke up like a bit groggy, a bit tired, but I woke up pretty well. So I'll call day 5 a success. I think we're now back on track. I think tomorrow is going to be, well, not tomorrow, sorry. Today night is going to be even better. Okay, so today is the night of day 6. Today we have 2 goals. The first goal is to obviously, again, follow my night routine, be consistent with my sleep, and let my body get used to falling asleep at this time. But the second goal, was to sort of cleanse my brain and like let my brain relax. So today we're gonna try and fall asleep without listening to anything. Usually when I fall asleep, I listen to some ASMR or some dumbass like just video, right? Because otherwise my brain is gonna have racing thoughts. Today I specifically and meticulously gave my brain a lot of decompressing time. So I meditated I think 4 times a day, totaling like 40 minutes. While I was in the car, I like banned music, and while I was also shitting, I didn't go on my phone to just like let me sit there with my thoughts. I didn't record them because I felt like if I recorded them, it would be like a source of stimulation, right? Because sometimes I record in the car and I'm like talking, and so it doesn't really give my brain time to decompress. So I'm sorry that I have no evidence, and I apologize for the utter lack of evidence for basically everything in this video. You're just gonna have to trust me that I did this, but I did it. As of right now, I don't feel too big of a difference, but hopefully when I go to sleep, after I meditate, I won't have any racing thoughts, and I'll be able to fall asleep without the assistance of extra videos or whatnot. So, see ya. Okay, so it is the night of day 6. I just finished my night routine. Again, it is perfectly 9:10. I have been really about my shit when it comes to following the night routine, which is awesome. Yeah, so again, to reiterate, today's goal is just to like fall asleep without the help of any additional things to like keep my brain from just like spawning a trillion thoughts. Yeah, everything else, every other condition is the exact same. I guess a side goal is to just be more consistent in general, right? Because the more you stick to a sleep schedule, the more your body gets used to it, the more your body like knows when to set you asleep, when to like make you awake and shit. So I guess a third or optional or like honorable mention goal. That being said, good night, guys. You know, I was having a dream where I was talking to this 10 out of 10 girl, and it was going so well, and I was having so much fun. And then I woke up to my stupid bitch ass alarm. So, not really the best wake up of all time, but that's okay. Boo! Did I scare anyone? Bro, my eyes have been so itchy like today and yesterday. I don't know why. Maybe something's wrong with like my lenses. But yesterday's goal was accomplished. I fell asleep in like it did. I think there was a little bit of a delay. If I had to guess, of course, probably like 20 minutes rather than the usual like 10-15. But hey, it takes time, and I'm glad I was able to do it without any. I'm glad I was able to fall asleep without any extra stimulation. So hopefully this is something I'll keep up. It is a habit I've been building for like more than a year of my life, of like falling asleep to like some sort of like audio or whatever. So it's gonna be hard to break, but I think we got it. The strange thing about today, though, was that I actually woke up to my alarm for the first time in a really long time. Now, normally, because I've been waking up at 5:30 a.m. for like the last like year of my life, right? So I've been really good at waking up right before my alarm, like 5:28, 5:27, naturally, and it feels very nice. Today, I was like jolted awake by my alarm, like just like playing next to me, and I was just like, bruh. But yeah, that really sucks, and that's something that's really unusual. So I'm either not sleeping enough or my sleep quality isn't good enough. It's one of those 2 issues, and we're going to hammer it out and we're going to figure it out. Tonight's the night. Do I look like Sexter Morgan? Okay, so anyways, today's the final day of the challenge. I'm really excited. I'm feeling really good to go to sleep. I have learned a lot from this journey, and I'm going to apply a lot of the techniques that have sort of been working for me today to hopefully have the best sleep of this whole week. So I'm just going to run down a list, right? We're going to obviously stick to our night routine. We might even record it just because it's the last day. But no, I'm sorry. That was a total lie. I won't be recording my night routine. But I took a shit earlier. I'm about to start 30 minutes of wind down reading to get myself really relaxed. During the day, I gave myself plenty of time to just like decompress, not listen to any music. I had a period of like 20 minutes where I just sat down, did nothing, let my brain just sort of go. I haven't started yet, but I will leave the window open so my room gets cold. The humidifier is going to be on. We're going to meditate before I go to sleep. We're going to do box breathing for a little bit after my meditation. And yeah, we're just going to combine all these factors and hopefully we can have the best sleep of all time today. Last night of the challenge, I'm about to go to sleep. It is perfectly 9:10. Everything has been set up perfectly for this one night. Tonight's the night. The perfect night. Yeah, I'll see you guys when, I'll see you guys in the morning. Anyways, yesterday I slept pretty decently. It was nothing amazing like I had hoped, but I fell asleep probably within 10-15 minutes. I woke up once in the middle of the night, which wasn't really cool, but I woke up feeling pretty rested. I woke up before my alarm, naturally. So yeah, all in all, a pretty good sleep. And obviously, it's only gonna get better with time. Excuse me, as my body gets more and more used to this particular sleep time, right? So I'm imagining after like a week, even that like sleep, like falling asleep time of like 15 minutes is gonna be shortened down to like 10, to shortened down to like 5, as I get more and more used to this sleep routine. Just in 7 days, I was able to fix so many of my sleep problems. So I'm very happy I did this challenge. And now it's probably the part you guys are all waiting for, like the part where I talk about like practical tips and shit you guys can actually use. So yeah, we'll get to that. So the biggest practical tip I want to give you guys is that accountability is so important. I was struggling with my night routine and being consistent with actually following my night routine every single night. And I would often procrastinate it. And throughout these 7 days, the only thing that I got actually perfect every single night was my night routine and the goal I wanted to accomplish that day. And the only reason I was able to follow it perfectly every single night is because of accountability. Because I knew I was going to record it and I was going to go into this video and that you guys would see it. So I wanted it to be as perfect as possible. I actually talked to one of my friends during this challenge because I usually help him with the sleep. And I told him like, before he goes to sleep every night, he should try sending a video of the time to one of his friends. So basically make his like friend an accountability partner, right? And the reason he sends a time is that way like his friend actually knows he's going to bed on time. And 2 days later, that same guy who like I told to do this, he goes up to me and he's like, "Oh my god, this shit works so much. Thank you so much. Like it's crazy effective. I like the last 2 days I've been like going to sleep like perfectly on time." And I was just like, wow, that's like such a big difference, right? And I think it's really effective because it's so easy as well. Like you don't have to, it doesn't require discipline. It doesn't require willpower. It requires like 30 seconds out of your day. Just make sure that before you go to sleep, you like send the time as well. And you're like, "Hey, this is Ivan. I'm about to go to sleep. As you can see, I'm right on time. Thank you." You know what I mean? And then so like, just this like sense of accountability is really huge. So that's my biggest tip. My biggest thing to come out of this video is I think that if you really want to go to sleep right on time every single day, get an accountability partner for it. Onto some actual like sleep tips. The first one is that you need to manage your temperature. And you might have heard some of these before. You can skip them if you've heard them before. But like, it is so unbelievably important. Like the first night, like I thought I managed my temperature well, and like I didn't, because your temperature also has to stay consistent. Like you're supposed to stay cool before you go to sleep. I think it's like 1 to 3 degrees below your body temperature, right? And what happened was like I opened my window and it was nice and cool, but I had the humidifier on and it made the room hotter. And so like what kept happening often, I feel like, is like one of the main reasons I would wake up in the middle of the night is that I'd wake up hot and like sweaty. And I think that's just because my body temperature got too high. So I think managing your temperature is really, really important. And actually, like one of the things I always told myself is that one of the first things I buy when I get money is to buy like a blanket or a mattress, whatever, that can like regulate my temperature, because I feel like that'd be so nice for my sleep. The next tip, everyone definitely knows this one, but I'm stating it because it's really important, is that you no phone before you go to sleep, okay? And this goes into the broader topic of light management, okay? So it's not just no phone, you also want like not that many bright lights in your room. And specifically not many overhead bright lights, because I don't know the exact science, but I'm pretty sure it's like if you have bright overhead lights, your brain like might think it's the sun, right? Because that's like caveman brain, that's what it thinks. And then if it thinks the sun is literally like up and shining, it's gonna be like harder for you to like go to sleep. And then the phone is just like, the phone just has crazy amounts of blue light that will like set off your fucking receptors and shit, and then you're not gonna want to go to sleep. So this is really important, okay? I feel like something like the nights I slept the worst were also the nights where it's like I was recording for the longest with my phone. The next tip is to just find something to focus on. For the last 2 nights where I didn't watch anything or I didn't fall asleep for anything, what happened after my meditation, because I didn't fall asleep after 10 minutes, right? And I do box breathing for a little bit, and I just do box breathing until I fell asleep to sort of prevent my like overactive brain. And I think like the wind down activities and like giving my brain time to like space during the day also helped, because it's like it made the frequency of like the random bullshit thoughts less. So find something to focus on, particularly like your breath. Okay, I think that's a good one to focus on while going to sleep. The next tip, which is a bit unorthodox, is to get shit done during your day. I think the days I slept the best. So not like time to go to sleep, not how many times I woke up in the middle of the night, but like the days where I woke up and I was like, wow, that was such a good sleep. Like I slept so like soundly, were the days that I got a lot of shit done. And I feel like just because if you get a lot of shit done, at the end of the day, you just feel so like whole and like fulfilled, right? And you also feel tired, right? Because you were like doing shit the whole day. And then so like you feel like you sort of like earned the sleep, or like you actually need the sleep, and it's like really, really nice. Like, and just think about it this way, right? Like if you wake up and the first thing you do is you just scroll on your phone and you're in bed anyways, but you're not sleeping. And then like you scroll for like 4 hours and you go to your computer and you sit still for like 6 hours. You play 6 hours of video games, you eat food, and then you scroll for another 3 hours and you go back to sleep. It's like you did nothing the whole day. You burnt 0 calories. You spent like none of your brain points, right? So it's like you don't really even like really need the sleep. And your body is not going to feel like it needs to sleep either. And so it might be harder for you to sleep if you like, especially if you have that like stress in you and you're like, fuck, I had like a shit day. It's like hard to fall asleep like that. So make sure you have, you know, good days and fulfilled days. Obviously, everyone's biology is different, right? Like so many of my friends have different sleep habits than me that also work for them. The same shit isn't going to work for everyone. So do your own testing. These ones are just the ones that I feel like have helped me so much. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. This is my first ever challenge video, and I recognize the fact that it is really shit. And I recognize I apologize for the fact that I just cannot stop yapping. And so some of the updates and like, so the videos, like you can tell, it's like 35, 40 minutes fucking long. I want to do more challenge videos like these because I think it's really awesome. And it also helps me a lot, right? Because of like what I said earlier, accountability. So I do want to do more videos like this. And in the future, I'm going to actually like script them and like sorry, not script them in like the way that like they're gonna be fake, but like I'm gonna do a bit more planning into them, okay, so that like the updates aren't like 5 minutes long and I know what I'm gonna be saying. That's basically everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in like another fucking like 3 weeks, bro, when I decide to post again.
Charlie Kirk was shot by me. He had a small PP. I have no job, and neither do you.